Hello everyone, my name is Jake and I'm doing my project on cocaine. According to the book Innocent Bystanders Developing Countries in the War on Drugs, in 2010, in Chapter 7, Cocaine Production and Trafficking, What Do We Know? Most growing of coca plants and processing coca leaves into cocaine occurs in three main countries: Colombia, Bolivia, and Peru. Peru used to be the biggest producer, but due to the Peruvian government's push to eradicate drug movement, Colombia took over and has held tight to the reins pretty well. According to the book, the coca leaves are harvested, dried, and made into paste. And then the paste is made into cocaine base, and then into cocaine hydrochloride, or cocaine. Average yields per year per farm range from 5 to 7 or 6 kilograms. Transport is usually done by planes and what are known as cigarette boats, long, skinny, fast, with large storage capacities that are able to slip through the water unnoticed by most radars. Still, the most valuable resource for the drug smugglers are the people they hire. Some routes run through Central America into Mexico, where it is sold to dealers who then smuggle it into America and Europe. If I were to make it, once upon a time, I had made an educated guess that cocaine would belong to Schedule 1. However, according to the DEA's drug scheduling webpage in the link below, cocaine is in fact a Schedule 2 drug. According to DEA, these drugs, substances, or chemicals are defined as drugs with high potential for abuse, with use potentially leading to severe psychological or physical dependence. It feels like a Class 1 to me or Schedule 1 to me, but what do I know? This means that they are still very dangerous for the user, however, are still more medically accepted than Schedule 1 drugs. I have learned something from this. There are many ways to use cocaine, such as snorting through the nose, rubbing onto the gums with liquid, mixing with liquid, and injecting into the veins, and smoking a processed crystal-like form of cocaine is also popular. There are many short and long-term effects of cocaine use, and they depend on the method of use. Cocaine causes a flood of dopamine by preventing it from recycling back into the cell that released it. Short-term health effects of cocaine include extreme happiness and energy, mental alertness, hypersensitivity to sight, sound, and touch, irritability, paranoia, which, for those that don't know, is extreme and unreasonable distrust of others. Some long-term effects of cocaine depend on the method of use and include the following. Snorting leads to loss of sense of smell, nosebleeds, frequent runny nose, and problems with swallowing. Consuming by mouth can lead to severe bowel decay from reduced blood flow. Needle injection, however, it mostly brings you higher risk for contracting HIV, hepatitis C, and other blood-borne diseases. However, even people involved with non-needle cocaine use place themselves at a risk for HIV because cocaine impairs judgment, which can lead to risky sexual behavior with infected partners. That information comes from the NIDA drugabuse.gov. According to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, cocaine has remained relatively stable since 2009. In 2014, there were an estimated 1.5 million current, which means within the past month of when they were surveyed, cocaine users aged 12 or older. That's 0.6% of the population. Adults aged 18 to 25 years have a higher rate of current cocaine use than any other age group, with 1.4% of young adults reporting past month cocaine use. The first sign of racial stereotypes in relation to cocaine was the Negro cocaine fiend, the name given to a wave of moral panic that tried to attribute incidents of violence and hallucinations to black Americans, where white Americans, usually women, were the victims of crimes of such a primal nature that law enforcement had to use a bigger caliber of firearm to subdue enraged black assailants. That comes from the American Addiction Centers. Cocaine possession or distribution is prohibited in all states and typically elicits tough sentences upon conviction. Michigan cocaine laws usually charge even simple possession as a felony, but first-time offenders often have the opportunity to strike a plea bargain or enter a rehabilitation program in exchange for probation. As in other states, sale of cocaine to a minor or near school property can result in double penalties. The following penalties will result from the following crimes. Possession, first offense, possibility for probation in lieu of prison and/or drug rehabilitation. Otherwise, penalties are the same as possession with intent to distribute. Sale or possession with intent to distribute as a felony charge under 50 grams is up to 4 years and $25,000 fine. 50 to 450 grams is up to 20 years and $250,000. 450 grams to 1 kilogram is up to 30 years and 500 grand. Over 1 kilogram, life imprisonment and up to $1 million. Sale to a minor or near school property doubles your penalty. So if you sell a minor over a kilogram, you're in for it. You're in for double life and a lot of money. People who abuse cocaine or who chop up prescription drugs in order to inhale them use a variety of tools in order to prepare their drugs for use. These tools include small mirrors, often containing a white powder residue, razor blades used to chop up drugs, small spoons to lift the drugs up to their noses, straws or rolled up paper, dollar bills to use to snort the drugs. Some online stores sell ornate products that hold several doses of prepared drugs. These products can then be stashed in a user's pocket, handbag, or I've even seen them on necklaces, allowing the person to take drugs on the go without stopping to prepare another dose. These products can be quite expensive, but very beautiful. Cocaine, in conclusion, cocaine has many medical uses, but also has many dangers, and the probability of abuse is far beyond acceptable risk, and I would not recommend it become legal. If I had a friend looking to experiment with cocaine, I would slap him in the face. I would then explain to them the side effects and the legal implications of getting caught with it. I would not want my friend to throw his life and health away over getting high. That's not acceptable to me, and that shouldn't be acceptable to anybody else. From the perspective of an NCIS special agent, all of this information is helpful to me carrying out my duties, and that's why I chose the elements of this assignment that I did for this presentation, because all of these things are helpful for me to do my job. The signs, symptoms, and recognizing paraphernalia can help me spot who is on drugs or who has possibly used drugs in the recent past, in recent history. The legal statutes tell me what I can do about it, and medical information can help me in the event that I stumble across an overdose or, anything. So everybody have a good night, and if you have any questions, ask the NIDA. They know what they're talking about.